I only got a few good breast years left. I got to show them off. That's true. What else? So I had a slightly different outfit the next day. Okay, I do have a slightly extroverted story for this one. So for this Sunday, I got this Maid outfit. So the problem with this Maid outfit, it didn't really have a good underwire. So I don't know how to explain it, but basically this little thing that does the bust of it, it didn't stay. So every time I raised my arms, it would kind of go up and basically like half my boobie would be out from the more illustrations. Half my boobie would be out. From the bottom. So I went to the Maid Cafe in the morning and I'm like, girls, I need your help. So first thing, funny story, I call Anarchy, who by the way is the incredible woman who got this wig for me. She got the long pink wig for me. She also added a bunch of the detailing to the aprons. She got those for me. She is incredible. Okay. So I call Anarchy. I'm like, hey, Anarchy, can I come down to see you? Right, Ash? I said, can I come down to see you? And she goes, Matara, I'm at your Maid Cafe right now. So apparently she was at a table with somebody saying, I'm such a big Mata fan. And then she shows them on Discord that I called her. And she's like, sorry, guys, I gotta pick this up. It's the big Matara calling. And I'm like, hey, can you help me with my stuff? She's like, sorry, I'm actually eating at your Maid Cafe. So I go to the girls, to the maids, right? And I go, maids, I'm so sorry. I need help. Could you all please help me like tighten my apron, tie it up. I need some tape, da. And then I'm also eating. So one of the girls is kind of tying me up in the back with the apron. And another one of the girls is starting to put tape. And then basically what had to happen is she actually had to tape. So you see here how like what happens here, right, is this is where my breast is supposed to be. But if I raise my hands, the breast part goes up here. So the way to prevent that is you would need to get to my boob and you would need to stick sticky tape. So the first thing the girl said when I showed up, they're like, all right, take your bra off because it was too slippery with the bra. So I just have bare breast. And one of the maids is like, hey, you know, we'd have to stick the ribbon, the tape on your underboob. And I say, and she goes, oh, you know, like, I don't know if you mind. And I go, do you mind doing it? And she just goes, are you asking if I mind sticking the tape to your underboob? And I go, yeah, I just think you know better. And she goes, hey, this is going to be a story. No, they couldn't see like my nipples and stuff. Nothing like that. So she just kind of raises and is just pure, you know, breast meat under boob. Pure breast meat under boob. And she just stuck the stuff on it. And this is exactly those kind of stories that Mint would use against me and say, you came into the Maid Cafe with your little gun and you forced the maids. You came with your little gun and you told the maid, stick the tape to my underboob or I shoot this whole place up or I blow this whole place up. But that's not what happened. I was already getting one girl tie me up in the back, put bobby pins in the back, and the other girl in front of me, like she was already there. And she did say, by the way, that she's never washing her hands and that this is going to be a story for a lifetime. So yes, she then put the tape where it's supposed to be. And I got to be in this dress the last day. This dress does not fit me. We're going to have to do many things about it. I might just get a new one, I'll be honest. But it was very cute and I felt very bonita. Of course, if you didn't get, how do I get this job? I've been doing this job for about 12 years now, Doxy. I need to hear Mint's side of the story. There isn't. You need to understand, Redacted. There isn't. What Mint does is she wasn't there. When she hears this, she's going to take it like at the worst. She wasn't there. There's no Mint side. Her side is, I heard Matara's side and demonized it. Oh, you're talking about the boob tape job. Oh, sorry. You got to be a maid at the Maid Cafe. Talk to Oshi Spark. Okay. So if you missed out, unfortunately, on the MataraCon and Mint acrylic standee postcard set badges and clear checkies, wah, wah. Look, Kakui Goki Booty! Ain't demonized that one performer at the Desetsu concert. Yeah, that's the one, the demonized. Oh, I love to see the Kakui Goki Booty. I love to see him. Not much to say. Sunday, I walked around. I try to exchange a lot of my own merch with some of the artists, seeing if maybe I could buy some of their stuff and seeing if I could do that. But holy hall, honestly, Oscar, it's actually really embarrassing. I didn't even get half the stuff. Oscar, please do me a favor. Next time you can't get out of your outfit, go downstairs. So if it's during the day and you need somebody to help you get into your outfit, call room service and ask them to send somebody up and just say, hey, I can't zip myself into my dress. Can somebody come up? If it's at night, just go downstairs to lobby and ask them to unzip you. I would have gotten double these. Also, I have to be honest, it doesn't look like as much because if you see a lot of stuff is like one on top of the other. So yeah, the last day I got to take a few photos with a little Polaroid camera looking very cute. I tried to do my best to decorate this picture with my thick nails, but this is the best I could do. This is honestly the best I could do. As you can tell, my nails are so long. I couldn't do anything crazier than that. And then just a few more silly pictures from the con. I got to see a dudiper. I got to see a bunch of stuff. Maid Cafe. I don't want to go too much into detail, but, I was talking to Lime and Lime is like, oh, Ray is getting me this thing that I was really wanting. And I told her, I want this when I join. Ray is working on getting her that. Junie the other day was like, oh, Ray is talking to blank company to get me this thing that I wanted. I'm like, I'm so happy. For 2 years, I was Ray's only client. You obviously, I don't want to get too much into this conversation, but despite the fact that I was let go from previous company. Ray, she said, I don't care. I like working with her. I don't care what they tell me about her. I like working with her, not them. So she stood by me and I, sourced my delusions. In the emails, there was some legal bullying. We'll put it that way. And Ray said they can bully you, but they can't bully us. So she's my angel. She's my doll. She's my sweetheart. Anywhere she goes, I will follow. She is amazing. And it's so good to see her finally, a lot of times people have to realize a lot of times for sponsorships, for opportunities, for things like that, it's not just my relationship to the brand. It's also my agent's relationship to the brand. So I have some pretty good relationships with a lot of great brands out there, right? Grinding Gear Games, Capcom, Nikkei, Gamer Subs. There's a lot of companies that I have a great relationship with. Senpai Squad. I don't want to name every single one of them, but you get it. But Ray also is developing her own great relationship with these companies. So it comes to a point where Ray can now take her relationship with certain companies and go, to other folks and be like, hey, I have this other great talent, everything. So I'm just so happy that she signed more talent, that she's able to take care of them. And I'm telling y'all, if Ray oh my God, look at my arm definition here. Hello? What the heck is going on there? If Ray will treat the other talent that she signed the same way she treats me, they will be so happy. They will be so happy because she goes above and beyond and she does such great work. I know, I'm a little sporty maid. I signed their water balloon boob, by the way. I signed her water balloon boob. She looked amazing. Look at me, by the way, up in the what is it called? I am touching that waist. I am gripping that cosplayer's waist. I am in there. Again, probably one of my favorite photos from the event. There's no such thing. All my photos are my favorite photos from the event, but this is just so good. All of it is awesome. I am not hoverhanding at all. I am in here. If you guys could actually be my witnesses. For anybody who came to either the Checky meet and greet or other, how much do I hug? Number one. And even for the Maid checkies, oh my goodness, there's been a few people with the Maid checkies where I kind of got into my pose with them, and I am going to get canceled for grabbing my fans, I guess. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to get canceled for clawing them. There's been a few times when people would kind of get into position, like let's say we're posing like this for the checkie, okay? And then Ray has to change her camera roll. I would tell the person, you're staying here. We're doing your meet and greet like this. And then we would just stand like this while Ray is changing the camera roll. I'm like, so? Enjoying the convention? Huh? While I'm just grabbing them by the waist or something. I definitely am very, very extroverted bug.